Hello and welcome to day 19. Welcome back. We're at day 19. I hope you're doing well so far with the challenge. Today we're going to switch it up a little bit and do some different stuff. I know we said we were doing some different stuff yesterday, which we did. And today we're also going to do some new postures that we haven't done. And we're going to put a little bit of a twist to them. So get all of your necessary items that you might need for your practice. And let's get started on day 19. Coming down to a nice gentle seat. Nice easy pose today. Moving your body in any kind of way that it feels like it wants to go. Just taking a moment here. I'm going to give you the mantra as you continue to move. Today's mantra is, I am creating joy in my life. And if you're creating joy in your life, those little moments of happiness, like even today, getting on the mat, maybe going for a quick walk, listening to music that you like, maybe even a song, that makes you feel good, some type of joke that you've seen online, any type of things to create some joy into your life. Not everything may be going right, and the whole day doesn't have to go right in order for you to feel some joy. So those little pockets of joy is sometimes what keeps us going. So we're going to focus on that mantra today. I am creating joy in my life. Because you want to create that joy. You can't always go out and seek the joy. Sometimes you have to create it. So as you come to a nice comfortable seat, I want you to just relax your shoulders. Maybe move them around. Maybe it's the beginning of your day, or the middle of your day, or even the end. Just wherever you are, just invite some gentle movement. We're going to take the hands to heart center. Coming to the mantra, I am creating joy in my life. Maybe even smiling to yourself. We're going to continue saying that aloud or to ourselves. I am creating joy in my life. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, open mouth this time. Inhale, breathe in, Ujjayi breathing. Exhale. Inhale in. Exhale, take your right ear to your right shoulder. Feel that expansion on your neck. We're going to take one more full cycle of breath. And on your inhale, take your chin back up to neutral and take your left ear down onto your left shoulder. Still sitting up nice and tall. Maybe creating space between your hand and your chest. And on that inhale, come back up to center. We're going to begin to bring our body over to the right side, keeping your hands together. Just inviting a small twist into our bodies. Feeling how keeping your hands together is opening up your shoulder and opening up your back within the twist. Keeping your knees down onto the mat. And on that next exhale, come back to center. Take a moment here and breathe. We're going to inhale in. Exhale, twist over to the left. Looking toward your left side. Again, feeling that nice twist in your body. And coming back to center. We're going to bring our forearms and our elbows down into the mat. Lower your head down. Rest your head. Continue to breathe, lowering your head down towards your hands, getting nice and comfortable with every exhale. And on your next inhale, coming back up into a seated position, take your hands down onto your thighs. We're going to begin to invite some movement from left to right. We're going to dip our shoulders. So starting with the right shoulder, dip it down, take it up, and the left, take it up. See if you can turn your body as you dip each shoulder, turning in towards the dip. So turn towards the dip. Last one, turn towards the dip and come back up. We're going to come up into a standing pose this time. Nice, gentle standing mountain pose. Inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Reach up towards the sky. Press into your feet. As you reach up, maybe slight back bend here. And on that exhale, we're going to come to the front of our mat. Forward fold. Lower your head. Release your hands down by your side. Looking down at your toes, are they tracking towards the front of your mat? Maybe you invite a small bend into the knee if you need it. Allow your head to surrender down. Maybe placing your hands behind your ankles, coming a little bit deeper into your forward fold. And on that inhale, we're going to gently come back up to a standing pose, back to our mountain pose. Here, relax your shoulders. Just take a moment to bring some stillness into your body. And we're going to come back to some of those twists. So keeping that in mind, we're going to bring our arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge forward. Forward fold, flat back, planting your hands down on the mat as you step back and flow through. We're going to meet in downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet for your first downward dog, pressing away with your fingertips. Bring some stillness into the body. Press away. Tuck your chin into your chest. Bringing the gaze towards your hands. Walk your feet towards the top of the mat. Forward fold. On your inhale, bring your arms up overhead. Extended mountain. Hands to touch, going into our sun salutation, forward fold. Hands to shin or on the mat, flat back. Plant your hands down, step back and flow through. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Press away with the fingertips. Bring your heels down towards the earth. We're going to take our right leg, bring it up towards the sky. Bend it and bring it through to frame the hands. We're going to come up for our warrior one pose here. So pressing into that front knee, put a bend into your knee. That back foot is going to be on the pinky toe edge of your foot. And we're going to begin our twist. So we're going to take our hands to heart center. Our hip is going to be tracked towards the front of the mat. And we're going to turn, bringing our left elbow to the outside of that right leg turn, maybe pivot that back foot onto the ball of your foot as you bring your gaze up towards your elbow. Continue to breathe here. On that inhale, pivot your back foot. Bring your hands back up overhead. On that exhale, bring your hands down, step back and flow through. We're going to do that same thing on our left side. So bring your left leg up towards the sky. Bend it and bring it through to frame the hands. Pivot your back foot. Come up for your warrior one on your left. Put a bend into your front knee. Continue to breathe. And on that exhale, again, we're going to bring our hands down. We're going to take that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Pivot that back foot. Come up for a nice twist. Bring your gaze up towards your elbow or up towards the ceiling. Coming into our twisted warrior here. Allow your body and your chest to lift off of your thigh, creating space. Continue to breathe. And on that next inhale, bring your foot back down as you bring yourself back up into that warrior one position. We're going to bring our hands down, step back, and flow through. On that inhale, bring that gaze toward your hands. Walk your feet back to the top of your mat. Come into a forward fold. Now you may notice here that just even after some of those stretches, your body may be a little bit looser coming into your forward fold. Just let your body soften. And on your inhale, bring yourself back up into an extended mountain pose, taking your arms up overhead. Maybe bringing those hands to touch for a slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Coming back to our sun salutations. Hands to shin or the mat for a flat back. Plant your hands down, step back and flow through. We meet in downward facing dog. We're going to bring that right leg up towards the sky. Bend it and bring it through to frame the hands. Pivot that back foot. We're going to open up into that warrior one again. Bend into your front knee. So we're going to do that same thing again. So bring your hands to heart center. Pivot your left elbow to the outside of the knee. Turn up towards the ceiling. Pivot your back foot. Again, maybe seeing if you can lift your chest away from your thigh. Lifting, creating some space. Engage your front knee. And on that inhale, we're going to come back to center. Pivot your back foot. Come back up. On that exhale, lower your hands down. We're going to step back and flow through. Taking your left leg up towards the sky. Bring it through to frame the hands. Pivot your back foot. Come up for warrior one on your left. Again, we're going to do the same thing. Take your hands to heart center. Pivot your right elbow to the outside of the thigh. And bring the gaze up towards your elbow. See if you can lift up. Create some space here. Allow your body to just breathe. Allow your body to maybe get a little bit deeper into the posture if that's available. And on that inhale, come back, pivot your back foot, come back into that warrior one. On that exhale, lower your hands down, step back, and we'll flow through. Push away with your fingers. Now we're going to put a bend into our knees, walk, step, or jump to the top of the mat. We're going to have a bend in our knee and sit in our chair. Shift the weight into your heels. We're going to take those hands to heart center, and we're going to do the same twist that we did. So bringing that left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Turn and bring the gaze up towards your elbow. Continue to breathe. Shifting the weight into the heels. And on that inhale, coming back to center. Taking the hands back to heart center, we're going to go to the opposite side. So take your right elbow to the outside of the left thigh and bring your gaze up towards that left elbow. Continue to breathe. And on that inhale, bring it back up to center, arms come overhead. And on that exhale, bring yourself to stand in a mountain pose. Just let your body be grounded here. Come back to your breath. Maybe that posture was joyful. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was something new that you haven't tried before. So just letting your body feel the sensations. On that inhale, we're going to bring our arms up overhead and exhale, hinge forward. Allowing our body to come all the way down, tucking your head towards your knees. And we're going to place our hands down onto the mat, put a bend into our knees, have a seat all the way down on our mat, allowing our body to just rock from left to right here. Taking your hands down in front of you. Fingertips will extend towards the hands. We're going to butterfly out our knees. So take the soles of our feet to touch. Readjust your body to where you're sitting up nice and tall here. Maybe even inviting a block or blanket underneath of your body if that's comfortable to you. As we begin to just press the feet together, sitting up nice and tall, taking our hands to our shin, letting our shoulders come down. Just take a moment here. I'm going to take our knees back up towards the top. And we're going to bring that left knee down. Cross the right foot over. Inviting a twist within our body. We can hug that knee towards our chest. You're going to feel that stretch in your hip. I invite you to just square your hips off. Sit up as comfortable as you can. Bringing your knee in, bringing the knee close. Whatever feels good to your body right now. Even if you'd like to deepen this stretch by bringing your hands behind you, you're welcome to do so. We're going to gently unwind, uncross the leg, bring the bottom foot back over to the top, and reverse it. So crossing that top leg over, hugging it in whatever way that feels comfortable, squaring our hips onto the mat, and maybe turning and looking behind us, lifting up through the chest. And when you're ready, coming back to center, we're going to take our feet back to that easy pose as we begin to come down onto the forearms for a counter stretch. Bringing yourself back up to stillness and to a seated position. We're going to bring our feet around in front, lower ourselves down onto the mat with your knees bent. Hug your knees into your chest. Give it a rock from left to right, releasing any tension from our lower back. We did do some twists, so you are going to feel that on your lower back. Taking your hands out to T or to goalpost arms, letting your knees fall over to one side, supine twist here. Taking your gaze away from your knees. Allow your hips to get soft. Bringing your knees back up to center and over to the other side. Again, setting your gaze away from your knees. Bringing your knees back into the center. Hug your knees into your chest. Give it a little rock. And then when you're ready, lower your feet down, knees bent, feet flat on the mat. Readjust your lower back to where your hips and your lower back is planted on the mat as much as possible. We're going to do our final pose right here in this position. When we have our knees bent, it seems to sometimes help to alleviate any lower back pain. So just allow this posture if it feels good to you. We're going to take our palms up towards the ceiling, resting our hands down by our side. Allowing your body to relax here, your shoulders to come down. Letting your knees get soft, maybe they gently open. We're coming back to today's mantra. I am creating joy in my life. Maybe thinking back to some times where you've created joy. Or maybe even some new experiences of joy that you'd like to create within your life. I want you to think about this as we relax our body, releasing the tension in between our brows, letting our cheek relax, unclenching our jaw, relaxing our shoulders, letting our lower back relax, letting our knees get soft. I am creating joy in my life. I invite you to say this mantra aloud or to yourself. I am creating joy in my life. And as we begin to just take a second to reflect on our mantra today, I invite you to take some breaths in silence as you continue to think about your mantra for today. And gently bringing awareness back into your body and back into this space. I invite you to wiggle your fingers and maybe your toes. Inviting small movement, letting your breath get deeper. Letting your knees fall over to one side. Letting your body gently take up space here. We're going to come over to that same side using our top hand to push us up into a nice comfortable seat. Taking our hands to heart center, our thumbs into our chest. We're sealing today's mantra of I am bringing joy into my life as we take an inhale in together and an exhale. I want you to continue to create joy in your life. In whatever form, every single day, make sure you're incorporating at least one joyful moment. I want you to take this joy, this energy with you off of the mat and onto your day or evening. And save some joy for someone else. Share it along. It's infectious. I wish you a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste. All right, we just completed one more day. We're getting closer and closer to finishing our 30-day Flow Mantra Challenge. I'm super excited. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your journey. I can't wait to see you on the mat tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.